All right, so we made it to day number 14. We're one more day away from 15, right? One more day away from halfway through this first 30, which is awesome. So what I want to do now is start implementing and instilling some new beliefs in your life and get you focusing on the future. So the whole topic of today is building and focusing on your future. Now, since we're in this video series, the first 30 days to your sobriety, first 30 days of your clean time, right? We're walking you through this. You might not be at that point yet where you understand this portion of the F, but this is what is critical. This is what's literally helped make me stay sober day in and day out. This is what's helped me be able to focus every time that there's been a woman calling me trying to get me to come back out and have some drinks, or maybe even to just go on a date with her when I have another girl that I'm with, right? And bad shit happens, right? So I needed to find something that I could focus on. Now I may have asked you, I did ask you on the phone, what is your ideal life like? What does your life look like personally, professionally, financially, spiritually, emotionally, physically? And you were on the cup, right? You had to answer that, right? You had to spit something off, because you probably had a vision there that you know what you want it to look like. You know who you want to become, but you're not just becoming that person. So today what I want you to focus on is that future. So let me talk a little bit about the future for me so you can kind of see the tone that I had here. I believe that this course, the people that I work with, the people that are going to be part of this movement, that are helping me change many, many lives, are going to be able to take this thing from its infancy, which it is right now, to a mass global movement. Believe in a bigger why, believe in a bigger, that there's more to their lives than what they're doing right now. They believe they can have more money, they can have more opportunity, they believe they can have better, just everything in life, just thriving, right? I get so excited, I don't even know how to put the word out. So when I was coming through, developing this course, living this course, being a product of the product, I had to find out and focus on my future. I had to say, what did that look like to me? And the cool thing about this was that each of our stages that we're in is going to change. So the guy that I was on July 27, 2015 was not the same guy that I am right now. Okay? I was focused and fixated on, yes, I wanted my son back because he was taken from me, but I was focused on all the extrinsic motivation, right? There's intrinsic and extrinsic, okay? And you probably know what those are, or if you don't, we'll talk about them later, but basically internal motivation, affirmation, feeling good, praise, words of praise, stuff like that, or helping people, things that make you feel good inside, or the stuff that you want on the outside, Lamborghinis, hot women, whatever, vacations. So when I look at the future that I had painted at that time, for me, I was still a little bit, I guess, cocky. I hate to say it, but it is what it is, right? I was cocky, I was arrogant, I was I didn't even want to let the world know. I was broke, building my way back, but I was still not 100% buying into the fact that I was humbled, that I lost everything, which was a good thing and a bad thing, right? But it was good because it kept my belief that I was where I am right now, and I've always been this person. I never lost that. But it was bad because I just was kind of not in the healing process as quick as I could be. So my future at that time was I focused on, I'd write down the goals, right? I own 3 Lamborghinis. I own a home in Florida, in Miami, Newport Beach, both on the oceans, and I got a 125-acre estate in Wisconsin. I've got super hot chicks living at all of them. There's Lamborghinis Lamborghinis at all the garage. We've got, you name it, boats, speed cars, exotic cars. I was focused on all these things because that is what got me out of bed at that time. That's what kept me sober. That's what kept me wanting to do it, right? I didn't realize that starting giving back was actually more fulfilling, which is something we'll talk about later here in the program. But it doesn't matter right now. The focus for you today is building that future. Many of you guys didn't have to sink to that low, right? So you're watching this, your business is doing well, you're a real estate developer, you own a bunch of restaurants, you're a financial broker, and you got millions of dollars in the bank, but you came to me because you don't want to lose it. I can assure you that if you did lose it, you'll gain it back. It's a little bit tougher the second time. It's definitely a lot harder the third time, like I'm doing. But the reason I'm saying that is you've always got this belief in this future that you want. So maybe your future right now isn't at shambles like mine was. Maybe your future is like, man, I was doing my thing out of boredom. My future needs to have some more love, some more empathy, some more care in it. I need to help some people. So that guy, that Mark that was there, that was focused on Lamborghinis and jets and fucking vacations and hot women and all that stuff, you know, basically Dan Bilzerian, that's who I'd like to be, right? At that time, that's who I wanted to be, is different from this guy. This Mark now wants to be the top giver in his church community and charity of his choice. This Mark now wants to give my son every opportunity in life possible. This guy right here wants to have a business platform that actually helps everybody that comes in contact with it. So when I get up every morning, and I'll spare you the rest of my goals, we'll go over them later in a different section, but every day that I get up with a reason, with a purpose, with a goal in mind, right? Like understanding where I'm going and focused on that future. So the reason I want you to start looking at what you want is because when you're painting that picture of what you want versus where you're at, because yes, you are now 14 days into this, but 30 days ago, you weren't thinking about fucking buying a Lamborghini. You weren't thinking about moving to Kenya to help an orphanage, right? But now you got your mind right, things are changing, and you're focusing on the future and realizing how much potential you actually have. See, here's the thing. Anybody watching this video has the ability anybody has the ability to do whatever they want. But the people that I work with, my perfect clients, my ideal people to spend my time with, which is you, already know that you have the whereabouts, the smarts inside, like everything about you is going to thrive, right? I don't sound very smart saying that because I couldn't think at the second. My point is you have everything put together to build a future that you want. You've been successful in every area of your life. You've been successful in family, business, relationships, you name it. So today, find that line of where you're at. Focus on the future of what you want. Get a very good detailed plan of where you want to go with it. You don't know how to connect the dots yet, but know what you want. And if you don't know what you want, focus on that tomorrow. Focus that on the next day. Focus the next day. Because that, my friend, is what's going to continue the success. That is what's going to keep you going. You will never get bored if you're constantly chasing the future that you want. You'll get bored if you kick the shit out of a Maker's Mark, snort a line of cocaine, and just call it a sedated lifestyle and go home to that same routine, mundane life that you want. What's the future going to be? Because you can design it.